Oh, we got a good one this weekend, guys. Live from Ontario, we got Sean Strickland bringing the belt, putting it up against Dricus du Plessis. My partners over at DraftKings Sportsbook have got one incredible deal for all new customers. Download the DraftKings app right now, sign up using the promo code Sonnen, and you can bet just $5 on any of this weekend's fights. You will get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Combine multiple bets together from the same fight, like number of rounds, method of victory, for an even bigger payout. Remember, DraftKings is the only place where you can bet same fight parlays. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy. So click on the link below and download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. This whole piece I must credit to Jesse on Fire. And Jesse and I talk about every day, but we spoke this morning and I told him that he is in fact crazy. He asked me that question. He said, am I crazy to believe? And I said, yes. After I heard what he believed, I said, yes, you are in fact crazy. But Jesse's very right in establishing and identifying a phenomenon. Now, here's how this story goes. Jesse smells a rat. He smells something is wrong. And I agree with him as it pertains to Jorge Masvidal boxing Nate Diaz in Vegas in March. None of that makes sense in any fashion. I mean, the mere fact that they're boxing and we're all discussing it, but nobody has come out and verified that fact. They have not put tickets on sale. There is not a press conference scheduled. There is no training camp for either guy. There is no rumors. There's no cameras. There's no countdown show. There's no arena booked. Like, something is very off there. That's true. And that's before you get into the fact that that fight is not going to work. So, what Jesse's saying is, hey, look, this rumor is out there. And even though it's missing all of the pieces, such as who is the promoter? Where is it on the card? Is it the main event? If it is, who's the co-main event? It's in Vegas. What arena is it at? And you can call the big arenas, right? Like, if you're not at T-Mobile, if you're not at the MGM Grand, if you're not at Mandalay Bay, you don't exist in Las Vegas. You don't get to just go set up shop. You don't get to go be over at the Orleans. You don't get to be at the Clouds of the Gods. Like, you don't get to do any of those things. If you're fighting in Vegas and you're not at T-Mobile, you're not at Mandalay, and you're not at the MGM, you're not fighting in Vegas. And just by process of elimination, you can call those three venues, and they do not have any date reserved in March for this fight. But the rumor won't go away. Nate won't deny it. George won't deny it. Nobody's denying it. So Jesse's question is, what could possibly be the motivation to go and get those guys licensed? And your boxing and your unarmed combatant, your license to do mixed martial arts is the same license. Everything you do is the same. All of the paperwork is the same. There's a box that you check, and you can just check both boxes. Instead of paying $100, pay $150. I mean, not for nothing. If you were to go in and you wanted to quietly do Nate Diaz versus Jorge Masvidal, you wanted to get all your pieces in order for your press conference. So you wanted to go and get these guys licensed, which could be found out by the media, but now you've explained to the public why they're getting licensed. I mean, this is a lot of work for a fight that nobody's calling for. I understand that. But Jesse's not wrong in saying there is something going on between Masvidal and Diaz. He's not wrong for that. And supposedly those guys are going to box, and supposedly that's going to be in March, and supposedly that's going to be in Vegas. None of those things are true, but nobody's denied any of those claims. You'd understand why somebody would support it. Yes, that is true. I am putting this on. Here's how you watch it. Here's the date. It's a destination city, so I'm going to need people to fly in from Miami and from Stockton to fill this place that you would give them as much heads up as you can. Nobody's taking credit for it. Nobody's claimed it. These guys are getting licensed in Nevada. I don't know what for. I know it's not to box in March. So let me re-give you the pieces. And I told Jesse he was crazy, but he's not crazy for identifying something accurately. Let me give you the pieces again. Jorge Masvidal and Nate Diaz are getting licenses. Current and active unarmed combatant licenses in Nevada. That is going to raise feathers. That is going to raise flags. Why? So the answer to that is to box in March. They are not boxing in March. So now you're still left at why. Jesse's guess is to preserve a press conference and preserve an announcement that those two are fighting at 300. I told him that he's crazy. But he's not crazy for properly and accurately identifying a few pieces to this very confusing puzzle.